Right, so I have plugged the power cable in. If I had one slight gripe, it might be that the power cable is only probably about 3 feet long, so I would have preferred it if it had a slightly longer power cable, but that's really a minor issue, I think. And something I didn't show you before, because I hadn't read it in the thing, is at the back of the machine you have a little ledge to pull out so that you can rest your media on it as it rolls through the machine. Okay, so now for the moment of truth. I'm going to do a test cut using the paper that was supplied with the machine on a brand new mat, and let's have a look and see how easily or otherwise it all works. Okay, 2 seconds please while I turn the machine round and get organised. Having turned my machine back round, I do realise that in actual fact the power cable is a little short, because the power cable plugs in on the left hand side and all my power is on the right hand side of the machine, so it is a little bit short for me. So here we go. In the machine setup you have this little box, and it gives you the instructions for making this little box as your first project. So I'm going to try following this first project. You also get in the pack the card stock to actually make said project. So here we go. I'm going to leave that on there. I'm going to pull the tray out at the back. I'm going to pull the screen up. Actually, I will turn it. I can't turn it slightly so you can see it, because in actual fact the power cable won't allow me to. So let's press the on button, which would work better if I was to actually switch the power on. So here we go. First time of lighting it up. And it tells you to open the front cover, make sure that the entire front tray cover is securely rests on the desk. So we shall do that. We have to obviously unlock it first, so which is in the unlocked position. Pull that down. Make sure that's resting on the desk, which it is. And remove the shipping contact, which I have. Connect the power, plug in the power, pull out the rear tray and adjust this panel, which I don't know if you can see. Let me see. Let's just move that slightly. I'm going to move that slightly round because I can. So it's quite a nice, pretty, very clear screen that you can see. So turn on the machine, touch anywhere on the screen. So I've got my stylus, touch anywhere. The carriage mat will move to the initial position, keep your wet hands away. So this is all as per the normal machine. Okay. So we have pattern and scan and test, retrieve data. So let's create the project in 6 steps starting on the next page. Fine. Make sure the arrows are facing that way. Okay. So let's put the paper onto the mat. Let's just pull that out. Pop that up there. Let's shut that for a second. Brand new squeaky clean mat, which won't look squeaky clean for much longer. So onto the mat goes my piece of cardstock that they have supplied me with, and I can see for putting that on it is very, very sticky and tacky, so I'm not going to push it down too far. Attach the cardstock, apply some pressure. Well, I don't want to do that because it's very sticky. They do say in the actual instructions that you can test your card, which I'd never thought of before, and I would tell you that in another video. Sorry, going mad here. So right, let's get the first blade out. Don't need that, so I might get that out. I'm going to leave those in there. As you can see, there's this little tray here that you can leave your bits and pieces in. There's also another little tray there. So there's lots of little trays you can use, which I think are going to be very useful. Also, a little tray up there. So I think it's going to be a very handy machine, this. Not that, of course, my other machine, my CN900, wasn't a handy machine. So obviously, as with normal, with all these blades, so that we don't have a problem cutting, we have to take the cap off. Otherwise, it's not going to cut. So cap is off. And as you can see, we don't have any numbers on this blade. We just have the blade because it's an automatic blade. Okay, so I have to assume it's going to go in the same manner that the other blades went in. And you click that down to actually insert the blade. So remove the cap, put that in, etc. Okay, so step 3, select the pattern. So here we go. So exciting. Oh, and I'm going to put the cardstock in actually. So we have to have the arrow, this arrow, pointing inwards. It can only go in one way. So in actual fact, I can't find any information on this little button for the roller. It doesn't seem to give you any information about it at all. So I'm just going to press load mat and see what happens. Oh, that's gone in so cleanly, and I can't believe how quietly it's gone. Okay, so now we've got to select the pattern, and we're going to go to, we've got this screen, and then we're going to go to, where are we going to go to? Down maybe, or up. This is the normal ones. I'm not quite sure what we're pressing on here to get this little box. Is it in there? Yes, there it is. So it's on the second screen. Okay, so we have little things to go with it. So we're going to choose this one here, the second one in, ARQ102. Okay, I'm going to set it on the mat at 240 by 240. So we're going to just set it as it is. Okay, so it's on our virtual mat. Oops, I think my battery might be running out on my phone. It's going click click at me, so we shall see. So let me just put this on pause and then we'll come back to it if my battery's running out. I'll be back with you shortly.